What kind of title screen is that? That's pretty pathetic for one of the most famous games of all time.
Start a new game already.
Oh yeah, although I'm not entirely sure if I should be starting a new game apparently. Thanks for making me question myself, game, as if I don't have enough issues. Right, let's start though. Here we go. Right now. Final Fantasy, man. What's with that? Could they have picked a less appropriate name for this series? Did nobody at Square, or Squaresoft, or Squenix, or Inair, or whatever they're calling themselves this week, did nobody stop and think, hey guys, if we're making a sequel to Final Fantasy, maybe we should stop calling it Final Fantasy, considering that name will thenceforth be totally meaningless. Oh no, Jenkins. Yeah, that's your name even though you're Japanese. Let's not do that. That's a really stupid idea. Man, Square, those guys make bad decisions all the time. Seriously, as famous as this series is, those guys couldn't build a game to save their lives. Half the status elements haven't worked properly since the first game, and apparently they never noticed because they made it all the way up to my game without fixing most of them. You're off your rocker, love. Well, you guys think I'm making this up? 'Cause I'm not.
This is the balloon song. Sing it on with me.
Green, green balloon, floating in the sky. Red, orange, orange, white, orange, blue, orange, white, floating up so high. Balloon swung, balloon swung. This is the balloon song. The balloon song, the balloon song. This is the balloon song. Yellow, yellow balloon. Something about me. Pink, pink balloon. Something that rhymes with me. Oh, right. Magenta, magenta balloon. What kind of name is that? Barbie pink balloon. Because apparently that's an official color for some stupid reason. Balloon song, the balloon song. This is the balloon song. Whee! I'm Cloud Strife, man. Yeah, let's move. We gotta take down the Mako reactor for reasons the game has failed to explain. Mako itself also being a thing the game has failed to explain. And for that matter, pretty much everything at all being a thing the game has failed to explain, because I literally just pressed the start button on the title screen and suddenly I'm doing over-elaborate somersaults off a train fighting guards. And what's this? Now we actually look like human beings. Did our designers finish drawing us on the battle screen and forget to replace the old models in the rest of the game? They could have at least touched out my Popeye-like arms. Did nobody feel it looked a tad bit ridiculous that the middle of my arms is 1 pixel wide? I am a jaded, battle-hardened war veteran, which makes it kind of awkward that I was named after those white fluffy things in the sky, but at least my last name, Strife, fits my character. It's a good thing my mom was able to predict that I would grow up to be well represented by that name. A name that she was born with herself. Man, my name's so ridiculous you'd have thought I was born in the last few years, but I wasn't. My indeterminate age is most definitely older than that.
Cloud, we have only just started the game and you're getting on my nerves.
Oh, excuse me, Barrett. I'm just trying to fill in the viewers on the backstory that the game has so far failed to explain. They don't know who I am. They don't know who you are. They don't know who Tifa is. Well, at least they wouldn't if it wasn't the case that everyone in the world that cares about video games knows who I am. You'd have to be a complete idiot not to know about this game. Everyone knows the bad guy is Sephiroth. Everyone knows my girlfriend is Aeris. Yeah, I don't know how well known you losers are though. If I'm feeling generous, I might just switch Aeris out of my party for one of you nobodies before I fight the final boss. Another thing I can't stand about these Final Fantasy games is all the ridiculously obscure secrets they put in. The stuff you've got to do to get the secret boss battles and powers and all that makes the methods for unlocking Luigi in Super Mario 64 sound reasonable. Yeah, not that my game has any silly legends like that though. I guess they just did it to make all the nerds pay out for the strategy guide. Yeah, the programmers must have told them how to get all the secrets. Well, I'm impressed the programmers were able to remember how to unlock the things, considering they didn't know their own games well enough to realise that Blind didn't do anything at all for the last 6 games, let alone fix the rest of all these glitches I was talking about.
You're always like this. This is why I can't stand to watch you play these games.
Yeah? Oh, you should have seen me when I was playing the first one last week. Man, you gotta buy your magic spells from shops in that game, but you might as well not even bother, because 3/4 of them either don't do anything, or else they do the exact opposite of what they're supposed to do. Assuming you can even figure out what they were supposed to do in the first place, because good luck interpreting their names. Sheesh. The quality control department is definitely on the ball with this series. I mean, what's next? A game where you're just running down a hallway?
Cloud, will you shut up for 5 seconds and pay attention to the game? We're trying to take down the Mako reactor.
Yeah, whatever, Barrett. Is my unparalleled grasp of Final Fantasy games making you jealous? Eat toast. I can't help it if I'm so knowledgeable. Man, if you're going to be like this, I guess I will keep Harris in the final party. Oh, well, I guess now you mention it, I should be focusing on the game.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, because I should be pointing out how ridiculous it is that here I am slicing away with my sword, and you're shooting them to pieces, and Tifa is just punching them. And we were all doing pretty similar damage. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess we must all have a similar attack power. Assuming the attack state even does anything in the first place, which is a less reasonable assumption than you would expect, considering that the magic defense of armor is completely meaningless. Also, Tifa, don't you think you should have put some more clothes on if you were going to fight soldiers?
Strife, Cloud, knock it off, will ya? A girl's gotta look her best.
You wouldn't catch me bothering about that stuff.
Why does your hair look so stylish?
What are you talking about, Barrett? RPG characters just naturally have ridiculous hair. Although maybe not so ridiculous. These days every man you see in the media has stupid hair. Seriously, they look absolutely ridiculous these days. Or else if the ridiculous hair is not so obvious, and you take a closer look, there's always something overly tailored about it. Like a patch at the back that looks like a bacon racer, or a really messy looking part at the lower front that's actually extremely carefully styled for 5 hours in the mirror to make it look like it hadn't been styled at all. I don't get it, Barrett. So how about those 3 games that never even got released outside of Japan? Yeah, Final Fantasy 2 and 3 on the knees. Then they brought the 4th one over for some reason, but then skipped the 5th one. Why'd they do that? That doesn't even make any sense. Can you guys make your minds open whether you want this series to go overseas? I mean, geez Louise, they didn't even but wait, I'm just talking about America. In Europe, this was the first one of these games they ever even saw. Literally, those people that play video games walked into the shops one day in 1997 or when it, probably 5 years later they released it in Europe, and then saw a box saying Final Fantasy VII. Where on earth were the first 6? Well now you know, they didn't bother to tell you then. In fact, they probably could have just bundled all 6 of those games with this on the CD. I'm sure they would have fit, but no, they wouldn't do that. They've got to re-release each one of those games individually for every console in existence, and probably charge full price for each one or something laughable like that, and still not bother themselves to fix any of the glitches. Seriously, they're still re-releasing these games. Have they made a remake of these yet? I know they've made some sequels, and in fact they even made a movie, man. I've got a movie to my name, but you know what they did I'll never forgive them for? They dubbed over my voice. Why would they do that? Do you guys have any idea how frustrated I was when I bought this game and played it back in the day and found out that they hadn't been recording my voice? I was talking my head off throughout this entire game.
And what exactly were you talking about, Cloud?
What do you think, Barrett? I was ranting my head off at all the ridiculous nonsense you see in this game. Seriously, man, treasure chests that come to life, warning signs that attack you, leaving houses. There's even one part where you pick someone up and throw them at the screen. Well, you know what? At least this was back when this series still had a sense of humor, I guess. They'd pretty much lost all sense of self-awareness by the next game. That game took itself more seriously than any of these games had, which is ironic since that game is easily the most ridiculous one in the entire series. It's like the writer got shot halfway through the game and had to get replaced. What's next, man? Yeah, man, people always ask me how I'm able to carry that massive sword around. Well, it's all in the muscles, man. It's all in the non-existent Popeye-like muscles you can see on me here. Did the character modelers hand this game over to the grandkids? Now what? Look at that. I'm hearing voices in my head. Were they trying to make me look like I was crazy in this game?
What do you mean, look crazy?
Barrett, will you stop making a laughing stock out of me? This is my big break. The original game didn't have voice acting. The fans have been dying to hear my voice for the last 20 years. And now that I'm finally talking, you're making me sound like an idiot. These games are glitched out. Mace, cone face, square. I think you're being harsh. I don't. There's probably even a glitch in the...
Please just play the game.
I feel the same. But I can't contain my gripes about this game without singing a song describing some of all the things that they did wrong. Why can't you label in Final Fantasy 2? Why isn't Babel one of the options for Windows in these games?
You should have said menu. That would have explained.
Why did General Leo die? Despite battle sprites, how come the portraits clash with the in-game graphics? What was the point of Ultima, since it didn't work? All these things ain't more, are hardly scratching on the door. I don't the weapons have elemental attributes in the first one. Why does bio charge instantly? It's an attack spell. Why does Radia lose her white magic when she grows? Where'd Bane on go? Did the programmers forget existed? All many things I don't get about these games and how they'll say what's the point of the door in the bake of the Tower of Babel? What's with Shadow's final dream that by players can never be seen? And how about that nonsense about time loops and knocking people down? It doesn't make sense. Why, oh why are these games full of nonsense?
Bless me Auntie Ingrid's petunias, Cloud. I never heard of all these things before.
I haven't either, and I don't care.
Yeah, nobody does. Just me. I guess when you're a loner like me, you have a lot of time to think about completely pointless things. What's with these glitches, man? I don't get it. Oh man, now my voice is glitching.
What's wrong with you?
What do I even look like? I look like a balloon.
God blimey, Cloud. I never liked that blue box what's got all the words on it. I hate blue.
Oh, is that so, Tifa? Well, did you not know? You can change the colour of that window in this game. Yeah. You can set the colour to anything you want. It's nice to see where the programmer's priorities were in this game, except maybe they should have put a bit more thought into that and done something about the fact that if you turn the colour to white, you can't even see the text anymore. Nice going, guys. They had this feature in Final Fantasy Mystic Quest as well, which had the same problem. That was 4 years before this. So I guess that's yet another one of those stupid glitches they never fixed. Man, this series is just one big glitch. It'd be easier to list the things that are working properly. Oh wait! What kind of elevator is this? Why? Oh! Right, where's my paycheck? Right, well, that's the reactor blown up. So back to the glitched battle mechanics.
That's it, we're done!
Well, Barrett, if you want me to stop playing the game, then that's fine, but don't turn off the lights.
Hang on, I didn't turn off the lights.
Tifa?
Yeah, I don't have a Scooby-Doo either.
Well, who turned... If neither of you turned off the lights, then who did? Wait, do I hear music playing? I mean in real life, not in the game. What's happening?
I hate this game. I think it's lame.
What's that voice? It sounds familiar, and that noise sounds awful for sure.
Are you questioning my theme tune?
Your theme tune? Wait a minute. Whoa, Sephiroth? No way! You're supposed to be dead. Have the glitches jumped out of the game and into real life now? I knew these games were badly programmed, but I didn't know they were that bad.
My intense hatred for the Final Fantasy games brought me back to life, and I now have but one goal: to destroy every last trace of the entire series. Every last copy of any game that has Final Fantasy in the title. Every single one of their accursed re-releases. Every digital backup. Every video of them on YouTube. Everything. Nobody will ever again be able to see or play these wretched games. And I shall begin with the disc you are playing right there, on that infernal PlayStation.
Oh wait, never Sephiroth. I might have a habit of tearing these games to pieces, but for all my ranting, I still love Final Fantasy. These games are more broken than the Sonic the Hedgehog fan base, but by goodness, they've got heart, and they deserve their place in video game history. The world of games wouldn't be the same without them, and the glue and string that holds them together. I'll never allow you to destroy them. You're more sick than they got are, Sephiroth. Ain't those Sephiroth, just get lost, feel my wrath.
You cannot stop me, you're only level 3.
Well, we'll see, you're so stupid, safe you need Elmo to teach you the ABC.
Powerful, no glitches can save your orphan games.
You will not get in, Pirate Thief, help me win.
This door will hold much more, I'll get in and I'll win.
Just eat toast!
What does that mean?
It means get lost! You always be.
I'll bust this door and grace your floor if I can fit my wing in it.
We'll save the series like the games we've silly say so. Make my own, even the latest one.
No, you won't.
Yes, we will. That's something we'll do. Why do you hate these games so much, Sephiroth?
Why? Why? Because I don't know how to play them. In my miserable childhood, nobody ever taught me how RPGs work. And I never learned because they were so impenetrable. I'll never forgive this series.
How are we doing for health? What's the menu say? Oh wait! He's back! I'm only level 3! I've let myself go over the years. There's no way we can hold him back. Wait guys, we might have a chance. Whoa! He hates this series because nobody told him how to play it. There's only one chance. What's that? They made a Final Fantasy game what teaches people how to play them 20 years ago, but nobody liked it. I don't even know if there's any copies left. That's not a problem, Tifa. It doesn't matter what one it is. I've got a copy of all these games in the kitchen. Every last one, even all the bravest. Get moving now. Right, back in a jiffy.
Well, I'm never coming round to your house again.
You think this is a regular occurrence, Pirate? I keep telling you, it was just a coincidence when the gold base showed up last time you came round. I'm telling you, this never happened. Found it! Right, Sephiroth, you want to learn to play RPGs? Play this!
Play what?
This!
What on earth? Final Fantasy Mystic Quest? What?
Hey, Cloud, you've got a Super Nintendo, right? Yeah, of course I do. The only games worth playing are all right.
Finally, after so many years, I know how to play Final Fantasy games. All along there was a game to teach me from the early 90s, and it's a truly great game. This is my favorite video game for sure.
What are you talking about, Sephiroth? Mystic Quest is the worst game in the series. It's not even part of the series. What a waste of space game. The story's a joke. The game is easy as pie. You only get one party member at a time. The dungeons are tedious, and worst of all, it doesn't even have any glitches. How can you call this a Final Fantasy game?
Take your words back, fool.
Get stuffed and eat toast, Sephiroth. Your favourite game is the worst one of all.
That does it! Hey, Comet, get over here!
You can't scare us, Sephiroth. They just made up that comment for the game. It doesn't really